we go. Test 1, 2.
Your mic sounds
Off.
Hold on a second. That's right. Give me a few minutes.
Good.
All right, test 1, 2. Give me a hit.
Yep, there you go. You're good now.
Yep, I just need to reset it. Okay, so it didn't feel like a crash. I've never had that happen before. Let's see if this happens. Nope, it was fine. So sometimes memory gets weird. And I do so many graphic intensive things on here. Like I had 17 programs open, including Photoshop and Premiere and Adobe and Veed and Pally and and then plus I'm running all this. So sometimes what happens is like you take like a screenshot, a big screenshot, and it's not quite, it hasn't settled and it hasn't decided its format. And then you throw it into a program like this and it crashed it. And then the memory got cycled. So, which in the sense that the memory keeps replicating the same area and over, and that sector is essentially dedicated to something that isn't working anymore. So when you open it up, it's taken, but it can't process. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it kind of sucks. We'll wait for people to get back on. Everyone's coming back on. Oh, don't worry. We're still going to be on fire. Like, we don't skip a beat. It happens. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. But we are going to need some donations because we're sitting at $25, and folks, we got a long, long road. We're at the 1 hour mark, and we've got $275 to go. So we gotta pick up the pace. Time to go with a liquid cooled rig. Why? My thing's running at 86 degrees. You can't find a computer that runs like mine. I don't need a liquid cooled. Macs don't need to be liquid cooled. They're not Windows pieces of shit. It wasn't a temperature issue. This was a conflict and a program issue. There's nothing you can do about it. Software crashes. But that is the second crash I've ever had on a Mac in my life. I had one like a month ago, and then now. They don't crash. Macs are awesome. YouTube is frozen. That's because you're on the wrong YouTube. You need to go out and go back into the new one. Liv, can you let everyone know on YouTube to go to the new one, please? Because we might need to jump off. Let everyone on YouTube know where we are. Liv, please. Please. Thank you. What'd you say? No, I'm just like, if we're not going to be able to get the numbers back, we're just going to go. Matt, would there be negative implications if the Republicans did the nuclear option? You can't do the nuclear option on appropriations. It's not what it's designed for. Nuclear option is only for rules. You can't use the nuclear option. Marjorie Taylor Greene's wrong. She's always wrong. Everything she says is wrong. You can't use the nuclear option on appropriations bills. Can you imagine? Why would you even have the filibuster if you could just go, you know what? We don't like it anymore. We're moving it. That's not the way it works. I'm not a Mac user, though. Well, that's your fault, Jamie. It's not mine. The fact that you even need a liquid-cooled computer shows you that your computer sucks. Sorry. Like, I'm just going to say it like I say with everything. I just don't have a filter. Yeah, if you have to liquid cool your computer, like, Macs don't need to be liquid cooled. They work. And I'm not saying your computer sucks, okay? What I'm saying is that if you've got to run antivirus on your computer to keep it from breaking, if your software on Windows can't do the things it needs to resuscitate itself from a kernel panic, well, then the software is weak. Apple just works. It doesn't conflict. It doesn't have, it has software issues, but that's a software developer issue. And I don't need 4K gaming. I can 4K game on this thing right now. What are you talking about? I can 4K game on my Mac right now, and I don't need liquid cooled. What else do you want to do? I can run 8K. I can run 8K to each monitor that I have. I can run 12 different display monitors off this thing. I can run 12 4K cameras. I'm running 4K cameras right now. 4 of them. And I've got 2 more that aren't working. It's not liquid cooled. People always say, you can't run a business on an Apple computer. Really? The richest business known to man is run on Apple computers. It's called Apple.
He just topped 4, was it trillion?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
4 trillion in net worth today?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And they all run on Apple computers. Trust me, you can't find a Windows computer at Apple. They're just not there. They do when they want to throw them away. Like and do target practice. All right, we got 72 on. We're better. I'm just busting balls, man. I'm not that serious. I can't stand. I was Windows MSCE certified. I can't stand Windows. Windows is shit. It's always been shit. Macs have their problems, but it's not a closed system. Expansion is tough. But I've got this studio, and this thing's top of the line, dude. I've had some of the best Macs. I've built some of the best Macs. This thing's ridiculous. Like, ridiculous what it can do. If anything is brought into this house that's not Mac, I think my husband would lose his mind. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. All right, so let's get it out there. Folks, thank you, Jeffrey Styles. I'm late to the show, but God bless you guys. Yes, sorry, the first show crashed. And it's okay. You can be a Windows fan. I consider that like a rivalry, like a sports rivalry. So there's a little bit of trash talk going on there, but they have their benefit. They're just they're not good. My fiance loves Apple Mac. I'm the opposite. It's all preference. I run high heat, so the liquid cooling was a solid option for me. Yeah, wouldn't it be awesome if your computer didn't run at high heat? Wouldn't that be even better? Dude, I ran Crysis 2 10 years ago on my iMac dual screen 4K 5K monitors. My computer to get over 98 degrees. Macs can get hot, but not with the new A1 set chip. Like this thing's running A6. I think it's 32 sectors for virtual, 32 sectors for. If I read the stats on this thing, it would blow. You know what? I'm going to do it just while we're waiting for people to get back on. Let me read it to you. What this is. Let's see if we can find this thing. While we wait, because we want to get everybody back on.
Yeah, we have to allow people time to.
It takes a while.
Soak back into it, right?
Yep. So here's my Mac Studio. Jeffrey Styles donated 10. Yep. Thank you. Okay. So it's oh, this is really bright. Holy crap. Sorry. Okay, so it's the M4 Mac. It's got the M4 Max chip with a 30-core CPU, a 40-core GPU, and a 32-core neural engine. That's all in one device. 32-core CPU, 40-core GPU, and a 32-core neural engine.
Damn.
It's got 128 unified memory, which can run independently of each other. So it has max memory. It's got 1 terabyte of storage because I have iCloud. It has 4 Thunderbolt 5 ports, 2 USB-A ports, 2 HDMI ports, 100 gigabyte Ethernet port, front 2 USB-C ports, an SDXC card, and this thing screams, dude. And it's all the size of 4 pieces of bread. 7K model? No, close. I get a little bit of a discount because I'm a stockholder. What crashed the stream? Ecamm. I imported a graphic into Ecamm and the software crashed. Ecamm's one of the most stable streaming softwares. I don't crash very often. I think I've maybe 6 or 7 times that the software's crashed since I've had my Mac. But it is what it is. No, I got this for less than $7,000. But it's 4 slices of bread. wide and tall. It looks like an Apple TV. This thing screams, dude. It screams. I mean, there's no latency, like 0. This is 4K. Leeroy's picture shit because I got to send him his new equipment, which he finally asked me to send to him. All right, we got 100 some odd on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we leave off? We're
so
talking.
Here's the video. Here's just the image I was trying to import, and see, that's how quickly. Welfare by legal status and nativity. If you take a look, yellow is U.S.-born households, 39% any welfare, 16% cash, 25 food, 25 Medicaid. These are white households. Okay? Now, understand, this is per capita. It's really important to understand because if you have a systemic issue or a systematic issue, and it's based upon race, but the population is low, well, that number is going to get eaten up. But if you base it on per capita, it's going to give you a better idea whether this is a racial issue based upon certain policies that are in place. And it most certainly is here. Because look at legal immigrant households, 52%, 23%, 34%, 36%. Housing is relatively flat against everybody. And then you go ahead and look at illegal head of households, legal immigrant households. If you add those numbers up, it's basically per capita, you're looking at 80% either legal immigrants or illegal immigrants who are on subsidies from the U.S. government and entitlement programs. Tell me again why immigration is good for the United States. Tell me again.
And just to reiterate that point, I just got done saying right before the system went down that under USC 8, Section 1611, that illegal aliens are not supposed to be eligible for federal assistance. And yet you've got stats up there. We've got maps that show where they're being helped. So are SNAP recipients being held ransom by the Democrat Party?
Yes. I mean, this is
Absolutely.
This is leverage. They've said it's leverage. I've got video right now that I'll show you that demonstrates this will get into the show that we've missed. Folks, if you've not had a chance to donate to the show, $35 is where we're at. That is horribly behind where we usually are. Help us out, please. Let's get there. Here is, I can't stand this guy. This is White House. And he just a horrible human being. But he was asked about concessions from the government. Now, we've already done concessions on this CR. They funded this in March. So if they are asking for concessions, you already got your concessions when Republicans work this out. But what they're saying is, no. You need to go ahead and bring back all the money you cut from Doge. You need to go ahead and allow our transgender revival in Kenya, where we want to spend $200 whatever million in. You need to refund these things, and you need to subsidize Obamacare, which is not a Republican platform. We are in power. And they keep saying, well, you're in power, you should pass it. That's not the way this works. To pass appropriations, you need a 60 majority. It's not a soft majority. It's not the way this works. Here's the video where they openly admit, I've got 3 or 4 of these I can show you where they say they're using the American people as leverage. Here it is.
Why are working families the leverage the Democrats need to get Obamacare fixed, to get the Republicans to fix Obamacare? Why is that the place you guys have to go that far?
It's the only lever we have. And frankly, it wouldn't be a lever at all if Republicans were being reasonable and doing exactly what they should be doing for the sake of their own constituents, so many of whom depend on the Affordable Care Credits.
Huh?
That made no sense whatsoever.
No, it's the only lever we have. So the Republicans should take it away because we're using it against them to hold them hostage. What?
Well, and he even said they're supposed to be responsible to their own constituents. But we just got done making the case that illegals are largely benefiting from these government programs. How are illegals our constituents? They didn't vote for us. They're not eligible to vote.
And let's be honest. Listen, there's people who are going to be affected by this. There's people on SNAP and EBT and food. I get it. I'm not saying that that's not true. Maybe you guys feel kind of bad for making fun of all those farmers. Maybe. Maybe when other people have had hardships and MAGA and the Rust Belts have struggled and you guys insulted them and made fun of them and called them the flyover states, maybe karma isn't doing very well. Here's what it comes down to, is you relied on the government. The government is not going to provide for you and you're upset about it. So you're going to go ahead and blame the people who are not trying to vote to restore the sessions of Congress. You're actually blaming the people who are voting 14 times to reopen the government. You understand, and if you want your money, all you got to do is reopen the government. If you want everything to turn back on, you have to open your government so legislation can be taken care of and they can go ahead and get it funded. But you don't want it open because you're blaming Republicans and telling the Democrats to stand fast. You know what? If Republicans bend on this, if they make any concessions, I will absolutely destroy them. Republicans, stand your ground. Do not give in. Don't give them an inch. Refuse. Because the
54
moment... Go
54
ahead.
Republicans had voted to reopen the government. You've got basically 6 holdouts, and those 6 holdouts are all wearing blue donkeys, right?
And it was
So
56.
Right. So it's those 6 people that have effectively cut off SNAP to some 40 million American families. 6 people. 6 people have said, no, you families, you 40 million families collecting on average $332 a month, you don't get to have a Thanksgiving dinner because we need to make sure that the healthcare insurance companies that are already full of billionaires, we need to make sure that they continue to get taxpayer money.
This is why
That's exactly what it is.
This is why you don't give in right here. Watch this.
Starting with Republicans, how has the shutdown seemed to have affected their political standing?
Yeah, you might think, given that the Republicans are in charge of both the House and the Senate, that a government shutdown might actually hurt the Republican brand. But in fact, it hasn't. If anything, it's been helped a little bit. Take a look here, the shift in net popularity versus pre-shutdown. When we're looking at the Republican Party overall, that brand actually up 2 points. That's within the margin of error, but clearly it hasn't dropped. Come over to this side of the screen. Look at the net approval ratings for Republicans in Congress. It's actually up 5 points since pre-shutdown. So what we're seeing here is the Republican brand in Congress has actually improved somewhat compared to where we were pre-shutdown, despite the fact that Republicans control. And that's the math that John Thune and Mike Johnson are looking at is, well, hey, why should we give, and electorally speaking, when our brand has actually improved a little bit?
Now, we say their position is getting better. With whom?
Yeah, okay, with whom? So I think it's 2 groups that it's so important to keep an eye out on. All right, change in the Republican Congress.
You don't give a shit about GOP. You absolutely care about the independents because that literally will carry the election coming up.
Sure will.
Independents are, I will loot. I don't mind if we lost. If these were reversed, I wouldn't care. I want as many independents who are sympathizing and empathizing with the Republican Party because they're going to decide this election coming up, which we're more than likely going to get our butt kicks in. Just everyone better just embrace it right now. Wrap your head around it. Citarelli's going to be close. I don't know if Virginia's going to come home, and I don't think Mondani stands a chance. Yes, I know that Mondani is dropping in points, but that happens in every election. The polls tighten. But he's still down 18 points, and you've got Sliwa in there who is never going to get out. I mean, I can't imagine he's going to get out. So just hold on tight and understand that this election's going to be close. But you better get more independents breaking to the right, because if you can, then we do stand a chance. But honestly, people need to show up. Republicans need to show up. Here's the rest of it.
Congress's net approval rating versus pre-shutdown. It's rallying the base for sure. Look at this. The net approval rating up 12 points versus pre-shutdown. But it's not just with the base. It's also with the middle of the electorate. Look at this. Among independents, it's up 8 points as well. So we've got a situation here where Republicans with the shutdown are actually rallying their base, but it's also something that's not hurting them with the folks in the middle. If anything, it's helping them with folks in the middle. And this is the type of math that if you're Republicans, you like to see, right? Because something could rally the base but alienate those in the middle, or something could rally those in the middle but alienate the base. But the truth is, we're not seeing that. What we're seeing is the Republican brand has actually gotten better among independents, and it's also gotten better among Republicans as well, that Republican brand when it comes to those in Congress. So again, what's the electoral reason that Republicans would give in at this point?
And Democrats, of course, they have their eyes on the midterm elections. Yeah, we have elections 1 week from today, but what Democrats in Congress are mostly focused on are 1 year and 1 week from today from the midterm. So how do Democrats, how are they positioned right now?
Yeah, so, I mean, look, the generic congressional ballot, which traditionally Democrats have done really well on, and if you look at this point back when Trump was president the first time around, Democrats are up 11 points. Look at where it is now. Democrats are ahead, but they're actually only up 3 points. This is, in fact, the worst position Democrats have been on in a generic ballot at this point in midterm when there was a Republican president in the last 20 years. And this is no different from pre-shutdown. So Republicans aren't losing on this metric either. They become more popular, and they're actually in a pretty good position for them historically when it comes to the generic congressional ballot.
This is
With all of that powder that's dry, if you give in, I swear to God, this leadership needs to be tarred, feathered, and quartered real quick. Patriot says, don't the New York have ranked choice voting? Not in generals. You don't do ranked choice voting in generals, only primaries. Primaries, yes. Generals, no. Go ahead, Leeroy.
At the tail end of the last administration and at the very beginning of this one, when Americans were polled and asked what were the most important issues at to the administration that was up and coming, the number one answer was immigration. That was it. Second was inflation and cost of living, things like that. Right. Immigration, right? So when you start talking about, all right, how seriously are we talking about USC Section 1325 in defining what illegals are? How serious are we when we're talking about 1611 and talking about which federal benefits are illegal to illegals, right? This is what Donald Trump has done is delivered on his promises. And I don't say that very often. Matt would know that.
But why? That's a whole other conversation. You should be saying that all the time. The guy, hold on a second. 2016, 2020. What did he not do in 2016? Hold on. You made the comment. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, my best friend, or you don't say those words.
I wasn't done yet either.
Okay, then good luck clarifying that. How do you walk that back?
Matt would know. Thank you. Matt would know that I don't say those words often, if ever. But in these types of cases, spot on correct. Donald Trump has done exactly what he has delivered on. I am typically one of the harshest critics, and here I am telling you, he's done exactly what he said he was going to do. And in terms of delivering on immigration, in terms of reversing what has happened with regard to inflation, when you're talking about the fentanyl epidemic that had been coming over the border, when you're talking about the billions of dollars that this country was bleeding out, he has addressed every one of those issues, and he's done it really a good job.
Okay, fair enough. You still didn't walk it back, but that's okay, because I completely disagree with you 120%. I believe that Donald Trump is the most honest when it comes to what he said he was going to do and what he did. What's funny, don't you remember, wasn't it supposed to be Project 2025?
2025, yeah.
Wasn't that what he was supposed to do? Do you know how many things on 2025 that he did out of the 800 things? 7. And those were all on Agenda 47. They even said he was going to do a bunch of stuff, and he didn't do it. He's only doing the stuff that he said he was going to do. He wasn't going to create any more wars. He was going to lock down the border. He was going to go ahead and create safety and security. He was going to look at the overall swamp and the overall spending. He was going to not weaponize the Department of Justice, but look into the things that have been overlooked for the last 10 years from the Democrats. Yeah. He said he was going to bring world peace. He said he was going to go ahead and stop Israel, and he was going to stop Palestine. Although that's still going to be a struggle. We know it is, because Palestinians are a bunch of terrorists and they're horrible people, and I don't care what anyone says. The point is,
what happened in Asia today?
Yeah, but we can go to Azerbaijan, we can go to the Congo, we can go to India and Pakistan, we can go to Armenia. This guy did you see what he did in Japan today? So anyone who's sitting here and saying that Donald Trump doesn't deliver on what he says, I will go to war with you. Oh, and by the way, for the person who's in the comments, Deborah Grace says, LMAO, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, BS. Wow. I wasn't convinced, but that sixth emoji.
Way to make an argument, lady.
Yeah, that really cleaned it up.
Good on you.
I was worried, But with the
Just-
6 emoji, it was perfect. It was almost like that extra thick eyeliner when you're
I
trying
feel
to
enlightened.
that extra eyeliner that you put on, so you're trying to reclaim your years when you're 25, but you can't go ahead and lose that extra 60 that you've picked up over the last 20. That little extra makes a difference. That little bit of
Gothic
extra,
Democrat.
that little bit of extra in extraordinary. That's you. You put that little extra in. Nice try, Deborah. It's BS. Wow, convincing. Good stuff. I'm not trying to come down on you. I'm just like my goal is for people to recognize what Donald Trump does right and get him on the things that he doesn't. You know? And I think if you go back 2 years ago, where we both were in our headspace around Donald Trump, and we said some things, if he doesn't change this, and this, there's no chance for him to win. Well, he did. He pivoted. And
Effectively.
I think, and the last 6 months of his presidency, 2016, 21 was, well, 2017, 2021, it wasn't good. It was horrible. It was one of the worst 6 months a president's ever had. And he went from here and hockey stick down. But now, think about all the things that were against him. And he's climbing in favorability. And the economy is no longer the number one concern. Or people are like, well, they're worried about democracy. No, they aren't. Right. No, they're not. That's not what they're worried about.
Think about the optics of that. For those poll numbers to have gone up the way they did based off of what the CNN had just gotten done reporting. And now you're Chuck Schumer. You're the Democrat Party. You've effectively shut down the government because you're having a hissy fit about these tax credits that won't go to billionaire corporations, right? And here are the favorability ratings, and they're going up. Like, Democrat Party, read the room. Understand who you are serving. Because right now, all you're doing is screwing over everyone who's collecting SNAP. All you're doing right now is screwing everyone over who's on the bottom half of the totem pole, socioeconomically. And you're trying to make sure that all of our tax dollars end up with health insurance corporations.
So,
and that's another thing. That's another thing that really torques me off, right? For all of the headlines that we've ever had where people will say Donald Trump only serves his rich constituents.
Oh, so stupid.
His rich base. He's only offering the tax credits to his rich billionaire friends. And here's a literal example, a realistic example of Democrats funneling money to billionaire corporations, and they can't own it. Oh, sorry.
No, you don't need to be bothered.
I'm just fired up.
Well, I know you are. You even got upset at me for calling you out. I think Donald Trump in the last, what are we looking at here? Since January, so we're looking at 10 months, has been exemplary.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of 2016. 2016 was one of the best first years a president has ever had. And I understand people like food prices. So what do you do? Do you go ahead and do you keep the ranchers who, I'm sorry, listen, ranchers, I love you. I love you. Spent a lot of time in Colorado, spent a lot of time in Texas, a lot of time in Arizona. I spent a lot of time in cow towns. I was up near Fort Collins. I was up in Greeley. I've been to Houston Rodeo. I love my cow towns. I've got no disrespect for you, but listen to what I'm trying to tell you. You guys yielded low productivity on heads of cattle this year. And I understand why. I understand there was drought. I understand fuel costs. I understand all of these things. You guys were trepidatious that the market wouldn't soften and you didn't have enough people buying and that the supply and demand was reversed. I get all those things. I understand. You did, but that's not Donald Trump's fault. And if he is going to supplement heads of cattle to try to drive the prices down like he did with fuel, it's a short-term loss and a long-term gain for you.
Yeah.
If he can alleviate some of the pains and drive prices down, consumers indexing will go up. And when that happens, it means more money for the U.S. government. When the U.S. government has more money, they can subsidize the farmers again. He did not dick you over with soy. He did not dick you over with aluminum. He did not dick you over with wheat. He came out and subsidized you guys. It hurt. I understand it hurt, but he's going to do the same thing for the cattle farmers and the ranchers. But stop bitching. You don't have the heads of cattle. Now, if you had the heads of cattle and your prices were too high, and you guys have made record profits for the last 3 quarters. Record profits. I understand times have been tough for cattle ranchers, but you guys made record profits under Donald Trump for the last 3 quarters. Stop bitching. Take your hit. Let him supplement the market. Let him drive prices down a little bit, and then you guys can go back and control the market. But if you guys sold your heifers and you sold your bulls and you guys thinned out your herds, that's nobody's fault but your own. You didn't read the market correctly. You didn't have faith in Donald Trump, and that's on you. Yep. Hey, Liv, ban Doug Stockton. It's balls, by the way. Get rid of him. I let you stick around because you were okay, but you went right back to you. Doug Stockton. It's balls. And I knew it was you all along. And I tried to allow you to stay because you were somewhat okay, but you're too obnoxious for this show, dude. You don't, all you do is ask and you're wrong about everything. You just said the ballroom was funded by taxpayers. You're wrong. You just don't know what you're talking about. So you just got punted, yo. And I'll keep punting you. And just because you change your name and you go ahead and put an American flag on there, dude, I know who you've been. I know who you are because you haven't come around, you idiot. If you want to fool me, then create a fake account and then have a dummy account that you come on there so I don't go, geez, I wonder where my troll is.
Right.
Derp, derp. All right.
Speaking of which, for all of this amazing content tonight, folks, we're at $35 in donations.
We're
folks,
screwed.
We're
screwed.
We really need your help.
We're screwed.
Really need your help.
We're screwed. It's a bad night. All right. So here is a video of a cis American liberal gets educated by the trans indigenous man of color. It sounds as good as it sounds. It is. You'll love this. Here is Matt Demo says, that's true because I don't buy beef steaks, beef rib, once in a while, hamburger, extremely expensive. Money doesn't last long when you start buying beef. Yeah, and it's not, listen, I'm not coming down on the farmers, but don't undercut Trump because this is the guy who's going to cut you a check. Okay? Yes, he's going to buy beef from Argentina. I'm sorry. They've got the supply. We didn't want to buy oil from South America. Nobody wanted to buy oil from Maduro. Biden did. He wanted to buy it from Iran. He wanted to buy it from anyone who would sell it to him. Don't you remember the apology tour for Biden? But we needed to get oil. And Saudi Arabia told him to go ahead and duck egg blue. Donald Trump is doing what's needed. The ranchers here in the United States are having a shortfall on their overall production. It was one of the lowest yields in history, even though the prices were the highest. Well, if you made record profits, you should continue to go ahead and drive the market up. You didn't do it. You failed. I'm sorry. That sucks. Move on. Here is this video. Let's watch this.
Oh, that's culturally insensitive.
Donald says, I can assure you, Mr. Spear, that I'm not a troll. If you see the house, that's my house. I never said you were a troll, Donald. Folks, donations are sitting. We're going to have to do a commercial after this one so we can try to spark a little bit of love. We've got a lot of people on, but we're just having a bad night. It's just one of those nights. Here it is.
I'm trans-indigenous.
Trans-indigenous.
Are you cis-American? I'm trans-indigenous for ICE. We love ICE.
You love ICE.
We love ICE. We love ICE. Deport them all. You're all trespassers on our land.
Well,
trans-indigenous people are indigenous people, and you're all trespassers on our land, and we want Bovino to deport all of you guys. We love ICE. Trans natives love ICE. We love you, ICE.
What nation are
you? We
you
love
from?
ICE. The trans nation.
Trans
nation is just as valid as cis nations. You're not trans native phobic, are you?
No, but I'm
okay,
not
I'm just
with
checking.
That term. I'm hoping you could.
I
You're
like
cis-American. I'm trans-indigenous. You really need to check your privilege because you're talking to a beautiful trans-indigenous person of color.
This is gorgeous.
I believe that I am.
He doesn't know what to say.
I'm hoping to learn more about your personality.
I'll educate you because you're cis-pigmented and I'm trans-pigmented. And I'm trying to educate you.
So
My name's Walking Tomahawk.
Walking Tomahawk? Okay. I'm Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Walking Tomahawk and Chad here out supporting ICE because we love ICE. They need to deport all the cis illegals that came here illegally. We love ICE. I speak for all Native American people when I say we love ICE. We love ICE. And
they
trans
should be given a
indigenous
voice.
people are indigenous people, and this is my land, and you need to check your privilege. Because you're talking to a beautiful, trans-pigmented, trans-indigenous man of color.
What do you mean by transpigmented?
I was assigned white at birth by my parents' bigoted doctor, but I identify as Native American.
Okay, fantastic.
And trans natives are natives, and we're just as valid as cis natives. Sound familiar?
Not exactly.
It's gender ideology.
Gender ideology. Okay, got it.
God love him. That was amazing.
I love doing it to people on this show. I love it. I think it's one of my favorite things to do. People don't interact with the trolls. Why? You get content like that. That's
amazing.
Democrats can't argue their points because their points are stupid. They're just stupid. Even this lockdown, you can't defend it. Why did you approve it? Let me ask you, you don't like tariffs? Why did you go ahead and extend the tariffs on China? Why did Joe Biden push them through in 2021? You didn't like the tax breaks for the rich? Well, then why did Joe Biden push it through with the Congress that was a Democratic Congress? Why did you extend those in 2021? Oh, you didn't like the immigration policies that Donald Trump had? Why did Joe Biden reinstate them after he went ahead and whopped them all off with 97 different executive orders and then went ahead and pivoted when the election was on the line?
Yeah, you can't go ahead and gripe
I wasn't
about
done.
Sorry.
One more. Pharmaceuticals. Why did you guys go ahead and let the pharmaceuticals on diabetic medicine and insulin go ahead and expire on over 322 medications, let it expire, and then slap Joe Biden's name on it and push it through again if they were so bad? You can't argue your points because you're stupid. Go ahead, Leeroy.
You can't argue that the effect of tariffs is higher prices and then on off season argue that you want higher corporate taxes, which also increase prices. It's that level of hypocrisy, which is why you're losing the American public, you dingleberry Democrats. You just don't get it, right?
Sorry.
We're interested in the results of policy, not your BS lines anymore.
Sorry, I wasn't finished. Just throw it right back at you.
That's all right.
I love you. You know, dude, I truly like it's a man love that I can't even describe. This guy does it too. Listen, this is the way. This is the Mandalorian. This is the way. Folks, we've got 25 minutes. And I'll be honest, I'm very much in favor of the dumb nation. And I love you guys. And I trust you. I really trust you. But I'm having a hard time trusting you tonight. This is a big number. And $255. And I got to put the clock up.
20 minutes left.
I got to put you guys are like, just, I know you're trying to screw with me. But I know we had a shutdown, but a little nervous. I'll show you one more video here. This is hilarious. And let me put this on. I got to put the clock up. Emily, I never want to do this, but I was amazed, and it puts a smile on my face. Oh God, Emily, why do you use pictures of whores? Seriously, will you Vietnamese people like figure it out?
What?
They're spammers, and they're using pictures of whores.
No.
And they try to go ahead and lure men. And it's so pathetic. It's like,
oh my God, I had one of those earlier today. Obviously, when I say stuff online, it really just irritates some people. So I all of a sudden I made a comment and I immediately got a response back from some blonde bombshell, one of these kind of deals, who's like, "Oh, I love your content. Why don't you send me a friend request?"
I'm so sorry to do this.
All right, and I immediately replied back with, there was this meme of Magneto in one of the X-Men movies where he turns around and he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" That's what I put on.
I usually tell them,
crickets ever since.
I'm like boob pick or we're done talking. They think, what? I'm like, boob pics or we're done talking. That's the way it is. Right. Here's the next video. After this, we have to take a break because we're in crisis mode. Olivia's just like, Matt, put up the clock. We're going down. A wooga dive. We got one from Joanne Lootman, $50. It's Tuesday. Why not? Thank you. We also got a super chat.
Joanne.
Yes, thank you. WR, thank you so much, Joanne. WR32 332, when the meat prices jumped in 2022, we talked to a few ranchers, found 2 to 3x, never came all the way back down. Almost nothing does. The ones my brother spoke to said they weren't receiving the bump. Who was profiting? Well, that's a wonderful question. Probably the grocery stores. But the purchasing power was there. But the cost of fuel and the cost of everything else, inflation killed them. But it doesn't mean that there weren't record prices. But when the dollar isn't worth what it was and inflation was there, or demand goes up, supply cost goes up, but nobody profits because it costs more than it did last year. But still, there's record numbers of highs on the industry. That's what happens. Welcome to Joe Biden's America, folks. Mike says Venmo suspended my account. I don't know why. Here's this video. Watch, this is hilarious.
This is a woman's class.
I am a woman. I want to sign up.
Okay. All right, let's go outside. I have to be honest with you.
It's a shorts, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's you identify as a woman, but
Don't take this the wrong way. Like, if I have to, like, I'll show you.
trust me, I'm as liberal as they come. But
I voted for Kanye.
mistake.
So can I sign in or?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
cool. Oh yeah. That's my filmer. I have a YouTube channel where I dance with a lot of like brave, wonderful women like myself here.
Okay. Well, I actually don't feel comfortable with that.
All right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a man.
What the fuck are you doing?
What? I choose my mind.
Why would you lie to me?
I'm not lying. I choose my mind. Like.
Let's go outside. This is a woman's class.
I am a woman.
Listen, this I approve in every facet and every way possible. I think the only way to truly call out liberal stupidity is by calling out liberal stupidity. I mean, we have to expose them. And Damani said one of the greatest things to me today, and I was so proud of myself. I want to share it with you guys. And I didn't ask Damani because I really don't care what he thinks. But this guy comes on Damani's video. Don't lock up. There we go. See how quick that is? That's the way it should be. And Damani does this video. And by the way, Damani, you owe me money. You owe me reparations, man, because this video has had like 2 million views. He owes me reparations. I literally, I am feeding you this week because of millions of views on this video from the Donut Friendly Show. But little that I didn't include the fact that he's done it for me like 1,000 times, so I was kidding. But here's what it put. This is Damani's video, and it's crushing. It's just absolutely crushing on the Donut Friendly Show. 39,000 likes. Jeez. That's you guys. Do you understand? 39,000 likes means like 3 million people have seen it. That's incredible. 19,000 people shared it, and it's already doubled. It's now at like 82,000 likes. Anyway, this guy, he does this great video, and Pablo Lopez comes back and says, "No, that's not true." And I put
that's an intellectual right there.
Right. So I put, "Wow, convincing. I'm going to abandon my friend and take your word for it." And then Damani sends the following. And I had a smile on my face. It was so. He says, "Man, you're a ruthless shit poster." In the comments, I want to be like you when I grow up. and it's the truth. So then I send him. So then I send him this one, and I make this post, and it says real quick. It says, Democrat platform for the year 2025: socialism, kill babies, raise taxes, open borders, blah 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 blah. And I said, who in their right mind would support this garbage? And this guy, Carl Peipenberg, comes in and says, you have the insight of a flea. And I said, funny, your penis shares the same characteristics.
Jesus. Matt.
You're going to get cooked. You're just going to get cooked. 365 number. Welcome to the Donut Friendly Show. You're on the phone with Matt and Leeroy. How can we make your day more pleasant? Oh, unknown caller hung up. Call back. I think it's one of our Ontario friends.
You know, I had messaged D, and a while ago he had shared a video where he had kind of drawn out the history of how the United States acquired so much territory from Native Americans. And I asked him to repost that video. Jennifer McGarver donated $10, says, little donations add up quick. Let's go, peeps. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thanks, Jen.
And anyway, I asked him to repost that, and he never saw the message. And that made me sad.
Well, Well, I'll just give you his phone number and call it good. Just don't tell him I did it.
Yeah.
Hi, Tina Savage. Good to have you here. So let's go into Rachel Madcow. Rachel, this one's, now we have to be careful. Leeroy really has to be careful. I've got to be careful. But Rachel Madcow is upset because Donald Trump now is going to have access to all of our personal cell phone devices for the first time in history. Newsflash.
They've had that.
You're about 11 years too late.
I was going to say 2 decades, but sure.
Yeah.
Thomas Austin.
Tommy. Go ahead, buddy. Hit it.
Thomas Austin donated $103.48. Praise the Lord, my soul, and forget not all of his benefits. Yeah. Who forgives. I missed the end of it.
That's okay. Tommy, I can pull it up. I want to read it because Tom deserves it. By the way, I believe, let me make sure I can get it here. I'm looking. Tommy, I missed the rest of the message. Darn it.
Angela Hills donated $25. Says, hope this helps. Thank you so much, Angela.
It most assuredly does help. We missed the rest of the message. By the way, it's Tommy Cawthon's birthday today. He's 50 years old. Want to say happy birthday to my good friend Tommy Cawthon. And hi, Tina. I just sent you a Morse code. Hi, Tina. Okay. Mel says, yes, we have anus, Isaac. Yeah, if you can get anus from Melanie, you might want to take her up on it. Here is the video. Praise the Lord, my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives your sins and heals all your diseases. Psalm 103, 2-3. Thank you so much there, Tommy.
Thank you. Tommy.
Here's Rachel Madcow, who is just in fuego over something that has been in place for a long time. It's okay, Tina. We love you.
It probably should come as no surprise that the Trump administration is trying to give themselves all sorts of new, very intrusive powers against American citizens who might want to protest against them. And this is a subject that I think there is a real media challenge in terms of conveying the seriousness of this stuff. And I have struggled it with myself. This is a story that I care about a lot. I think it's hard to convey. It's hard to get people to picture exactly the risk here. Not too long ago, a couple years ago, I wrote the introduction to this book. It's called Pegasus, How a Spy in Your Pocket Threatens the End of Privacy, Dignity, and Democracy.
I got a spy in my pocket. It's a one-eyed spy, but it's a spy.
I did not write this book. It's an excellent book. It's written by 2 amazing, investigative, award-winning journalists from France. I wrote the introduction to that book, though, because I've been basically standing on my head, contorting myself, trying to figure out a way to do this story, how to make it make sense to an American audience, that we need to watch out now in this generation today. We need to watch out for a kind of authoritarian surveillance technology that was never, ever available to authoritarian regimes in the past. But
all right, I'm not going to sit here and play on that. But since you're talking about Pegasus, we can talk about Celebrite. We can talk about Stingray. I can talk about another 11 before I'm going to have a knock on my door. I think Leeroy could probably talk about 11 until he gets a knock on his door and give you another 20. But this technology, lady, is completely already here. And it has been for a long time. There's a little thing called the Patriot Act, which pretty much gave them carte blanche to do whatever they want, and FISA warrants and secret courts. Those things have been around for quite a while. Why do you think that at least Leeroy and I disagree vehemently about this with the GOP and the DNC and Democrats? Is that I believe that the Patriot Act is, although useful, it is a double-edged sword. And it completely, as intelligence specialists, we agree with it. But as citizens of this country, we disagree with it. And that is one of those things that is a slippery slope. When I retired, I hated it. I truly hate it. I hate it now. I think FISA courts are complete bullshit. I think intelligence apparatus systems that spy on Americans without legal authority and a warrant is completely unjust, and it violates our civil liberties. And Ben Franklin is my idol here. I can go ahead and tattoo it across my chest, and we can quote it again. Leeroy, your thoughts on this, and what do you want to tell Rachel Madcow?
So for Rachel Madcow, whatever.
You sounded like Mel there, and I'm going to clip that. No, I'm going to clip that because I swear to God, you sounded like Mel perfectly, and everyone will agree. Go ahead.
So, the Patriot Act of 2001, I always felt like it was a counterbalance to Executive Order 12333, which tells all DoD employees that they're not allowed to spy on Americans, but Patriot Act kind of gives them that backdoor to do it. But it has to have like a congressional oversight. The problem that I have always had with Democrats like Rachel Maddow, who suffer drastically from RBF, is that
tell them what RBF is.
Resting bitch face.
Yes.
The problem is that you want to go ahead and limit the powers of the government now, just so long as it's the opposition party in charge.
Right.
But you never want to limit those same powers so long as it's your party in charge. And that's hypocrisy. That is the kind of thing that leads to ideology, extremist ideology. And this is how we ended up with the Patriot Act to begin with. I wasn't a fan of it then, not a fan of it now. And if you're trying to be a real, and I'm saying this specifically towards Rachel, if you want to be a real American, you would be highly critical of that level of power, no matter who's in charge. So the next time the Democrats come at you with a sales pitch that says, we need this kind of power, that's the time to say, no, we don't.
Yeah. I would love if before President Trump leaves Congress or leaves the presidency, that they put a proposition to repeal the Patriot Act. They'll never do it,
right?
Because it gives unfettered power to the executive branch to weaponize the DOJ however they see fit. And this is where we are nowadays. Listen, if you asked me the question 25 years ago, were we closer to Nazi Germany or closer to 1786? I think I could say that we were right in the middle. But if you ask me today, are we closer to 1786 or Nazi Germany? We are closer to Nazi Germany.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. And no authoritarian I have ever seen throughout history, fascist or not, has ever tried to minimize the powers of the federal government. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So either Trump is the worst fascist in history, or you guys are full of shit.
Yeah, and that's the truth. Getting a call from Canada. Canada caller, I think. You're on with Matt and Leeroy. What do you want to talk about?
It's balls. Just wondering if you're taking calls tomorrow.
I'm taking calls every day, but...
How you doing, brother?
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, why don't you see me now?
I'll call you tomorrow, buddy.
Why not call me now, buddy?
No, tomorrow sounds good.
Now. You're not calling me when my pastor's on.
Nah, I think I'll call tomorrow.
Come on, you finally had the ball. You're
such
a pussy. You're such a pussy. Call in, pussy.
I'll call y'all tomorrow.
You won't answer the phone tomorrow.
Have
we have our pastor on.
Am I not good enough for you?
Got you now, balls.
You don't want to talk to me? Am I not good enough for you?
Finally had the balls.
Yeah. Unban me and we'll talk. Yeah.
I won't unban you. I'll never unban you. I just banned your other account. Oh no, we'll just call him back. I didn't know he's from Ontario. That's hilarious. Let's just keep calling him. Let's just have a conversation.
Your voice now. The person you're trying to reach is not a...
Oh, no, that's not going to work. Let's keep doing it. This is fun. So I've been trying to get this guy to call in for 4 months.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
And he finally calls in.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
And that's what he's
At
got.
the tone,
I'll call you tomorrow.
Please record your message.
Okay.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Dude. First of all, it's a non-cloaked phone number, which makes you the dumbest son of a bitch on the internet. Second, you finally have the cojones to call in, which probably means you drank a few things, beer or whatever, liquid courage. And I know you guys aren't drinking Crown Royal because you guys are a bunch of pansies and won't drink real whiskey anymore because, well, you're Canadian. But why would you call in to say you're calling in tomorrow? That was your big reveal?
Right.
I don't even know what your real account is anymore. Like you've had so many accounts and I have triggered you so hard that I don't even know your account anymore. So why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you call in now? Okay. Stop lubricating yourself with your own tears and I'll field your phone call now, but I'm not going to do it with my pastors on. Okay, big guy. Thanks a lot, Ball. See ya. He did stutter, by the way. So next time he calls, I'm going to be like, spit it out, Junior. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canadian way of making progress, WR332. Don't say we will never have somebody on the phone. We will always allow you to call in. But if you call in and you start dragging, you're going to get drug. You're going to get drug all over the place. If you just call in and have a conversation, why don't you just call in and have a conversation and be like, Matt, I disagree with you on this or disagree. That's it. Oh, he called back. Here he is. He's called back.
Honestly, that would be 1,000 times more effective. It's just to have an open and honest dialogue rather than try and throw darts at each other.
Yeah, but that's not okay, Balls. Now's your chance. What's up, buddy? What do you want to say?
Unban me.
You got 2 minutes to say whatever you want. Unban me doesn't work. I've already explained it. I don't know what account. What is your account? What's your account? I don't know what your account.
What is my John
you have
Balls?
like 70.
I will start with John Balls.
What? First of all, when I'm talking and you talk, or you're talking and I'm talking, I can't hear what you're saying. So before you get triggered, just hold on. What account? Here you go again.
We'll start with John Balls.
I don't know what. Okay. So I'm going to type in John Balls, and 475 different people are going to pull up. What you need to do is, dude. Oh my God, I'm trying to accommodate you, but you won't let me finish. Will you just hold on a second? Take your estrogen levels and bring them down about 10. Mail me, Matt at the Dumb Show, your account, and link me your Facebook account, and I'll unban you.
Are you sure about this?
No, dude, because I'm not as good as my word. I mean, I'm not the person that sits here and creates account after account after account and just sits here and trolls my show all damn day.
You can't. I will create, and I got like 100, bud.
Well, that's great, bud. That shows you have no life, bud. Get laid.
Yeah,
bud.
well, I've been banned forever, and you think this?
I don't even know who you are.
So.
I don't even know what I did. Show me on the doll where I hurt you.
You didn't though.
Dude, you've created 100 accounts to spam my show. You're here every night. I hurt you right and proper.
I don't get banned.
Every night you've been here. You won't stop.
So,
dude, I'm in your head.
No, I'm in your head. No, start with John Balls.
Wait. So let me make sure I understand. Your argument is, no, I'm not. I'm rubber, you're glue. It bounces off me and sticks to you. You're going to use a 2-year-old argument on me, man?
Start with this.
Okay.
Start with unbanning John Balls, and we'll go from there.
No, I'm not going to be held hostage. Why don't you have a conversation and show that you're worth it? Why don't you have a conversation?
I'll give you a call tomorrow.
You're not going to get in through tomorrow. You're not going to get in through next week until you have a conversation. I'm not going. Why? What purpose would I have to unban you?
But let's start with unbanning John Balls.
Why? Why should I? Tell me why I should first. Give me a good reason.
Well, you don't have to.
Oh, okay. Well, then your request is denied. Now what?
Obviously, because
why? You just told me there was no reason to do it. You didn't give me a reason.
Okay, start with unbanning John Balls.
Give me a reason why.
And we'll go from there.
Give me a reason why.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Well, I'm aware. I'm very well aware of that, which is why I said it's denied. But can you just give me one reason why I should?
Yeah, because I'm the shit.
That's probably not too far from the truth. But your definition of fecal matter being your bar really doesn't impress me much.
Yeah.
Did you just say you're the shit?
Yeah, like, is it liquid or is it have some solid form to it?
It's actually it's solid as F. Yeah.
So you have a fiber problem. That would explain the irritability.
I don't need fiber. I don't need fiber. Yeah. Okay. My diet's pretty good.
Well, bro, listen. Yeah. I think it's entertaining. I love people like you. You listen. You think you're hurting me by interacting? Actually, all you're doing is helping my algorithm.
I just unban me. This will all go away. unban.
I don't want it to go away. Like, why would I want?
Obviously, you
why
don't,
would I?
'cause
Why
you
would
keep
I
banning
want?
me.
Why would I? No. But you keep coming back. Do you see? It's to the point now
Yeah,
where
because I will not be stopped. You can't
Great.
stop.
Great. And
I
all
will
you're
not
doing
be
is boosting. All you're doing is,
stopped.
dude, hurt me more. All you're doing is boosting my algorithm. This is
I will not be
fantastic.
ignored.
Yeah.
And you're boosting
Listen,
mine,
Michael,
and you're
boosting yours.
You understand how much you're
What are you
boosting mine
talking
as
about?
well?
You don't have anything, dude. All you're doing is helping me.
I don't.
No,
Prove
you
that.
don't. No, you
got any
don't, man.
receipts?
You don't. No, you
Do you have
don't.
any receipts?
Bunny in a
No,
pot,
you.
did
No, you
Do you
don't,
have
man.
receipts for that?
No, you
have
don't.
receipts? Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts?
What? Are you getting mad?
Show me some receipts, bro.
Come on. Okay. I'll show you my receipts. Are you getting upset, bro?
Not really, but show me the receipts.
Your stutter is fucking awesome. Let me ask you a question. How
Isn't it
often were
great?
you beat up in school?
Never actually. I kick ass, so
Because you're the shit.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
All right,
Yeah.
balls.
Uh-huh.
I can't wait for you to call back. Everyone needs their mascot. You're mine. Just understand, slavery isn't legal.
Obviously.
Slavery isn't legal, but I own your ass. See you tomorrow.
Balls, get a hobby, man.
Oh, no, we're his hobby. WR32 donated $5 through Super Chat. He's not Brittany Griner, and this isn't the Biden administration. We're not trading hostages and banned accounts for conversations or for
That's
conversions.
awesome.
That was well said. I can't believe he called it. That's awesome. And dude, listen, all you had, why would I unban you when you literally create a new account and give me interactions? That's amazing. I love that you do it. Don't stop trolling me. I love it. You're winning, all right. Oh, damn, stop winning so hard,
really got
please.
me.
Just
Got
so
me on the rope.
God, I wish I could just reach your level of intellect. All right, listen, I love this. The Japanese prime minister, he was in my old stomping grounds. He was in Yokosuka, Japan, which I was stationed in Yokosuka, Japan, which is amazing, or Yokosuka, depending upon where you're at. Got a donation here. Here it is. Oh, that was WR32. Okay, so thank you again. So this is the new Japanese prime minister. Her name is Sanae Takaichi. And she is one of the most happy, conservative Japanese women ever. I love this woman. And I'm telling you, this is the type of energy that Donald Trump brings to it. This woman loves him. They gave Donald Trump a putter of the previous minister. And you guys need to understand something. That is so important in Japanese culture. A significant symbolic gift is absolutely like a war could be started in feudal Japan if you did not reciprocate or show enough respect when you were receiving a gift like this. To have a former leader of their country and have a putter given to Donald Trump in a place of significance. They had it in a glass box. To do that is incredible. Here are the Marines and sailors in Yokosuka. And this was awesome. Just watch her energy. She's a conservative, and it's amazing. Watch this.
To say this, the first female prime minister in the history of Japan. Madam Prime Minister, please say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you all. 本日、米国の海軍創設250周年。
To say this, the first female
I just love this.
prime minister
Right
in the history of Japan. Madam Prime Minister.
Dude, she loves Trump, dude. She loves him. She's like bumping up against him, and she's like,
energy.
I know, and they're like fist bumping, and it is just amazing to see. And honestly, Japan, listen, everyone says Israel, but Japan is one of our most important allies going into the next 50 years of our country. Taiwan is absolutely critical.
1,000%.
Yeah, for AI, for infrastructure, for the things that we're going to need with technology. It's absolutely crucial for us to be extremely loyal to Japan. But it's just a beautiful thing to see so many people actually love him. And remember, Democrats said all they do is hate him, which is ridiculous. Folks, we are about $60 away. And, China's hating this because I don't know if you saw the deals. They're giving 1/10 of their entire economy invested into the United States. Did you guys see this? 1/10 of their entire economy.
So Japan has a lot going on for it. And for as much as a lot of the geopolitical analysts, and some of them left-leaning, like to think that China is the Asian superpower, they're not. It's actually Japan. And Japan was really, really great. They were smart enough to realize that because of their spiraling demographics, we'll say, that the best way to export their products wasn't necessarily to build it in Japan and then have it shipped over here, which costs a stupid amount of money. No, we can do better. Let's just build the things where the customers are at.
Right.
So for Toyota, for Honda, for all of the big Japanese firms that build their stuff here, it was a brilliant move.
Yeah.
Japan is, to Matt's point, one of our very closest allies. They're important to us, and we're important to them. And that relationship is just, kind of exposed here by them giving us 10% of their GDP. That is huge.
And it's nice when you throw in F-35s and some JDAMs to go along with them, just to pretty much tell China to go F themselves. Because essentially what that means is that they can stick them down in Okinawa, launch these F-35s, and essentially just hover over where they're at and literally sink every Chinese vessel from Okinawa. No balls. You had your chance, dude. All right, let's give him one more shot. Let's just give him one more shot. You want to give him one more shot? You vote. Give me a Caesar. What are we thinking?
Balls? No.
Oh, really?
I don't like you. You didn't even talk to me. No, screw that. FDK.
Let's give him a chance to talk to you. Balls, if you're going to stay on, you got to talk to Leeroy because he's really upset that you didn't say hi to him.
Hi, Leeroy.
There you go.
Love you.
Good. Yeah, you love
all
me?
good.
Well,
all good. I have no.
No.
Leeroy's man.
Leeroy's a man.
Too, brother.
Was as far as you know.
I just want to know why I wanted to let you go, but you cut me off.
Well, that's because it was fun, and I'm having fun. I'll stop now if you want to talk. I'll talk to you. But if you just want to get a pissing match, dude, you're going to lose because I got the mute button.
I don't want no pissing match.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
I just want to be able to comment and be free. That's all.
You can have that. Just all I'm.
Well, obviously I can't. I've been banned. I don't know how many times. Like, come on now.
Well, that's because you keep trolling. See, that's different.
No, there's not trolling. It's an opinion. My opinion is the trolling. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, hold on a second now. First of all, just to be honest with you, Balls, I know this is important to you, but I'm not trying to be rude. But I don't even know why you were banned to begin with, because I'm not the only person with moderation powers.
I know why.
Okay, tell me why. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Because I said a Jew. That was probably the beginning of it all on Wimkin.
Okay.
100%. And you know that, and I know that.
No, now I know that. Now I know who you are, and you deserved it. You absolutely deserved it.
What? Because I had an opinion?
No, because you were demonstrating anti-Semitic shit, and that's kind of personal for me.
Demonstrating my opinion.
I don't care what your opinion is. I don't have to listen to it. That's my freedom of speech.
Obviously not. Obviously,
it's my freedom of speech. Listen, your freedom of speech does not.
Oh yeah, freedom of speech.
No.
Are you an anti-Semite, Balls?
Hell, that's the first thing you go to.
Are you? So let me ask you a question.
I love everybody. Are you kidding me? Why do you think I saved human race?
Then why are you then why are you singling out Jews specifically, and why were you saying some of the shit that you said? You did.
I see the truth.
What truth?
In majority, come on now.
No, I don't want to come on now. You have to. If you're going to claim fact and you're not going to claim opinion, you have truth. That means you have factual. But so give me your facts. What about the Jews? Do you have a problem with?
I don't have a problem with the Jews. I have a problem with the people in power, which most of them are Jews.
Right.
And they control this shit.
So you have a problem.
100%.
You have a problem with the Jews, is what you're saying? Because I
I
thought we were going to be honest. I thought we were going to be honest.
Not the Jewish people.
Okay, so you're saying that the Jewish. Well, hold on a second. Hold on. Time out. You're saying that the no. I let you finish. You're saying that the Jewish government should not work in the best interest for their people.
100%. No.
Oh, okay. Well, then what are you complaining about?
Okay, I hate all government. So.
Oh well, then you're an anarchist, and
you're an anarchist.
Yeah. So now,
do you know what anarchy actually means?
No, educate me, dude. I have no idea. As a poli-sci major, please enlighten us. No,
What
I
do
don't
you
know,
think an
dude. I don't know
anarchist-
what an anarchist is. Tell me.
Exactly.
Yeah, tell me. I have
what do
no
you-
idea. Tell me what. Could you ask me what a
Here we go,
socialist
here we
is? No,
go,
just,
here-
dude. Don't treat me like I'm your 5-year-old like date. Just tell
Don't
me.
treat me like I'm your 5-year-old child.
I haven't. I've given you the utmost respect to explain your position. All you're doing is
You banned me
deflecting.
many times for this conversation.
No,
and
we've not had
because
this
I-
conversation.
What is an anarchist by
Just
your
what is an
definition,
anarchist? Just
Paul?
define it. If you.
An anarchist. Here we go, Matt. Come on.
Okay.
keep
Okay.
going.
Okay. Go.
What is an anarchist means no masters, no rulers. Fuck off. No government. Have a nice day.
No government.
No government is what it
No,
means.
no. Fuck government. You will not tell me what to do ever. No one will. No one ever will.
Okay.
It will not happen.
So how did that differentiate between what I said when I said you were an anarchist? How does that differentiate to my definition to yours?
That's why I'm asking you what you think.
I already
an
told
anarchist
you. I
means.
said no government. You're anti-government.
Never called the police.
Perfect. One, I agree with.
You've never
I
called
agree.
the fire
I agree
department?
100%.
Okay, so
You've
I
never
agree
driven
100%.
on public roads.
So you don't have a
Ball
boss. You never had a boss.
No, I have no bosses. No bosses.
Yeah,
no
you've never been
rulers.
employed then.
Yeah, on my own. Yes.
Okay, so you've never
I work
worked
for
for another.
myself.
You've
I
never
work
worked
for
for another
myself.
person
I-
in your entire life.
No, I
Great.
have.
And you
But now I work for myself.
Okay, but that's not quite the same thing. So then, do you
do you
employ anybody in your job? Do you have any employees?
If they need to eat and
no.
provide
Do you
for their
have
family,
employees?
yes, I will give them cash.
So
I
you're
will
their
give them
master.
cash
So
money.
you're their master.
Cash money.
You're their
You have-
master.
No. Oh,
Hold on
I'm
a
their
second.
master,
You
right?
just said that. You
because-
just said wait a second. You just said you'll have no leaders and no masters. Well, you just said you
No.
work for yourself to avoid that. So therefore, because
No.
you have
What
employees, you're a
my
leader and a
employ-
master to them. So you want
No.
what you want, but nobody else, everyone
I'm a
else has to
leader.
serve
yeah,
you.
I'm a leader. Oh, you're
So that's an
darn right I'm a leader.
autocracy. So that's different than an anarchy. So you want an autocracy.
So
you
a
want a
leader-
plurality. You want to be the leader. You just don't want to serve anyone else. Right?
No, I do not want to be the leader.
Yep.
Actually,
You just said you had
You're wrong.
employees.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No, I'm putting
I will
facts
pay
in your
them.
mouth. You just said you had employees. So which one is it?
What do you do for a living?
I said what do I do for a living? Whatever the fuck I want to do to make money and provide for myself and my family.
Yeah, what does that mean?
And the government has
What does
the
that
government
mean?
will not be involved in this.
Do you live in Canada?
You
Well,
don't
that's
abide
what you
by
understand.
any federal regulations
No.
in Canada. Then you don't go by that.
No, fuck the feds. No, the feds can go fuck themselves.
Okay.
How about that?
You still didn't ask the question. So answer
In
the question.
Canada.
You have right. You
Yeah,
have
I'm in Canada.
you
Doesn't matter
haven't
where the
you
fuck I
have
am. I could be
employees.
anywhere in the
So
world
when
now,
you
but
have
they fuck
employees, you are not their master or leader, right? You are just
no.
Oh.
We work together. We work together.
so communal relationships. So everything you make, you give
Sure.
50%, right?
And guess what? And it's no one's business what I give.
Oh, so you believe in
I give love.
capitalism? Oh, so you're an
No.
anarchist
I don't believe in anything.
capitalist.
I believe in.
So you're
I
an
believe in Jesus
anarchist
Christ.
capitalist? Is that what you are? Doesn't that go against the whole
Jesus-
slave and master thing?
You don't pay any taxes.
Yeshua
do you?
wasn't. No, fuck no. Are you kidding me? Why the
why
fuck
I
would
asked
I have
That's why it
government?
was a
Government's
question.
going to be abolished very soon. So
Really?
very soon.
I'm
Yeah, really. You fucking right. Really.
I'm done. I'm good. I've got everything I need. I feel
God.
great. This is fantastic.
So
You're an
I have
anarchist
everything
capitalist.
I need, and I feel great.
Anar-
I have absolutely everything I need, and I
Yep,
feel great.
sounds
And I
awesome.
give, and I
Sounds
give
like you're living
everything.
free.
I'll give it away.
What do you
So-
do for healthcare?
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
curious.
What do you do for healthcare? That's an interesting question.
Healthcare. What healthcare? What healthcare?
You don't have healthcare?
Tell me.
How old are you, balls?
What, is it none of your business?
Why? What do you mean none of my business? Why? You'll sit here and
No,
tell
it's
me
because
you'll sit
don't
here
wanna
and tell
partake
me
in
your
the conversation.
everything
No,
else,
you don't
but you
have
won't
to.
tell me your age?
It's okay. I'm 21. It's no one's business.
Oh,
no
God.
one's business.
What a to have the whole world in front of you. Oh, how the dew of the morning sun
world,
glistening
what
on the
world? This world,
wheat.
this-
Listen,
wait.
so when are you going to check out, bro? If it's this doom and
Right.
gloom, when are you going to just check out?
Oh my! Wait. Okay.
I can't hear you. Speak.
When am I gonna check out? Whenever the fucking good Lord tells me to.
So you're 21 years old. You
Oh no! I just said I was 21.
Okay, so you're being purposely deceptive.
You don't want
so
to have a conversation then.
You just
No,
want
I'm
to.
not being
You
deceptive.
don't want to
I
have.
just-
You don't want to have a conversation. I'm trying to relate to
Yes,
you,
I
dude.
do.
No, you don't. You want to sit here and jerk off. I don't want to jerk off with you. I can do that with myself. I'm married. I actually have a
Mine
significant
are-
other. So I'm.
Yeah, so do I. Actually, yeah.
No,
so
you
do I.
don't. No,
And
you
your
don't.
point.
No,
and your point.
no,
and your
no,
point
no, you
for
don't.
Your HIV meds.
I don't. I don't.
No, you don't have a significant other. You have
Are
someone.
you sure? But
you have
receipts,
someone who you
where's
rub
the
up and
receipts
down
there, bro?
against. You have someone you rub.
Yeah. Okay.
You have
Does
someone
the
you rub up and
government
down
pay-
against, but that's it.
Where's
Does
the
your
receipts, bro?
government-funded health care fund your HIV meds?
My
That's all I wanna
government funded health care? What
Do-
health care?
With your gender affirming
Canada?
care,
Are
is
you
that going to
kidding
be
me?
covered in
Are you-
Canada, or is that free too, or do you actually have to
Oh.
pay for that for your transition?
I don't pay for shit.
Yeah, but you are the shit. But you are the shit.
I am the shit. 100%.
Right. Who doesn't believe in masters and leaders, but is an anarchist capitalist?
I'm an anarchist.
100%.
I'm an anarchist
That was-
capitalist.
classify me as whatever you want. But guess what?
I don't have to classify.
Doesn't
You
matter.
classified yourself.
Mentally
That's what
ill?
happens
Is
when
that
you.
okay?
That's when you happen.
No.
It's okay, buddy.
That's your. Yeah.
Why are you so?
Yeah.
Why? Let me just ask you a question. When is is there any possible chance that you could find yourself in a position to get laid? You really need to blow off some steam.
Right now, actually.
You're
if you
good.
want me
You
to,
should
I
go
can-
do it.
I-
You
I-
are
I-
pent up, bro. Like I've
can do
seen
this
some
one-
people
I
who
can
are
do this one-
wound up tight, but dude, you are.
Oh, bud.
You are just like you. Yeah, you're there.
Yeah.
You're there. Go get some
there.
air. Call in.
Are you going
on
to call
Thursday.
me Candace Owens or something? Like,
Why
what
would
are
I
you
call
gonna
you
me something
Candace
like-
Owens? What's wrong? Why
Call
would
me-
I?
call me
Why
something,
are you
okay?
going to sit here and start
get you
saying
some
that Charlie Kirk was
Astroglide
assassinated by the
and some-
bee cult?
Yeah, here we go.
You gonna
Yeah,
say that?
keep
Go get
going.
you some Astroglide, throw it in the microwave with some
Oh,
paprika.
there's
you'll
some.
be good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for my
Does
bitch,
Astro
yeah.
wait? Hold on a second. Does Astroglide hold up? Shut up, dude. Does Astroglide hold up in a microwave? Is it really, or does really?
I think it just warms it, makes it feel like.
Are you?
You tell me.
You know what? I'll be back. I gotta go, folks. Thanks for watching the Don't
figured
Unfriend
that,
Me
yeah.
show.
Figured that.
Listen, balls.
Coward.
Yeah. Coward.
Yeah.
Right.
Right
For
here,
a
buddy.
guy. Wait, hold on. I love the guy who calls
I'm
me a
Vanny.
coward when
I'm
he
Vanny.
serves
I'm
nothing,
Vanny. I
has
dare
no
you. I dare you
masters,
to
and no
unban. I
leaders.
dare you.
I'm just a rebel, dude. I don't serve anyone except for
100%.
people who serve me. No, what you are,
I didn't
balls,
say
is you're
that.
foolish.
You
No,
just
you
said
have
that.
employees.
I didn't say that.
You had employees, you said.
You said that.
You said you had employees, and then you don't give them a fair profit.
I
You go
said
ahead and
if
take whatever
I had
profit.
employees.
You
Why
said
don't
you did have
listen?
employees.
I said if I had. Go back.
Okay, so
I
you
said
have a
if
business that
I
has no
had
employees. What type of business has no employees? Is it a lawn mowing business? What is it? What do you do?
Maybe they just have friends.
I don't. What's your business?
Balls. Do you do the sucky?
None of your
sucky
business.
for a
None
living?
of your business. None of your freaking
Do you-
business.
do
I'll say
you-
that.
do
None
you-
of the government. None of the government's business either.
Okay, so
You
you're a
give a
drug.
hand.
You're
How about
you're a
that?
drug dealer.
Maybe, maybe not.
You're a male
Either that or he has a
prostitute.
nice soft mouth. It's one of
It's
Is
the
that
two.
prob-
the first thing you think of? Is that the first thing you think of? I'm a drug dealer. Really? Is that the first
Well,
thing you thought
well,
of?
dude, we're not playing Where's Waldo and Guess Who here. I don't have
Right.
like 15. I'm just doing the best that I can with the information you're giving me. You hate the government. You don't pay taxes. You don't work with anybody. Yeah, you sound like a fucking drug dealer.
Well, guess what? It's
Can't
none of their
see you.
business, and it's none of yours. So it doesn't matter
Well,
how
well
I make
then,
money.
okay, then it's none of your business to talk that. I'm done. What's the fucking point, dude?
So go pay some more
Right.
taxes.
Why are
Why
you
are you
calling me? Wait.
You don't want to share any
The
information.
fact that I have paid more in taxes than you've ever fucking earned in your entire life isn't a
Good
knock,
for you.
bro.
You're
It
dumb,
isn't
man.
a
You're fucking
knock,
stupid
bro.
as hell.
It's
Where are
not a
those-
knock.
okay.
It's not a
Where are
knock.
where are those taxes going? If there was more transparency, maybe
Yeah.
I would pay some taxes. But guess what?
Dude,
There
you
ain't
live
no
in
transparency.
Canada. Are you
Yeah,
guys
it's
fucking
Canada.
play?
That's
You
the
guys push
problem.
northwards of fucking 48%, and you're like clapping on me. What are you talking about?
I'm not clapping on you. Have a,
Okay, good.
but I'm just saying,
What?
government is irrelevant to me. So what's your problem with that?
Well, see, here's the problem.
You obviously
I'm
have
gonna
a problem with
I
that.
don't have a problem with that. You can do whatever you want in your life, and I don't care. The
You're
issue
fucking
is
right, I will,
okay,
and I
great,
will
right.
do
But the
this.
issue is that you're judging everyone else who isn't just
I've
like
never
you.
judged
The
anyone.
Jews.
You're
Yes, you
judging-
did. You just said. What did you just say about
Jews.
taxes?
Okay, let's
He's
go back to
borderline
the Jews.
anti-Semitic. Not 5 fucking minutes ago.
Oh, I'm borderline anti-Semitic. Okay, Leroy. Come on.
I thought
now.
you liked Leroy.
That's what you have. Okay,
I,
Leroy.
I thought you
Leroy.
liked Leroy. I thought you loved Leroy.
Yeah,
This
I
is how you
love
treat people you love.
Leroy,
Is this
bro.
the
I'm
way
a
you
likable
talk?
fucking guy.
Is this the way you talk to your made-up girlfriend who lives in Canada?
Made up girlfriend.
Dude, you don't have an you
anyway.
don't have a significant other. You wouldn't be so fucking
You,
uptight.
you
if
don't
you
think
did.
so? Really?
It's not think.
Okay.
It's a no. It's like it's an undisputed fact.
Bro, you're fucked.
Put her on.
You're
Put her
absolutely,
on.
you're absolutely ignorant.
Go give her the
You're
phone.
so ignorant at any
Go
time.
give her the phone. Go give her the
Who
phone.
this dude shags.
There's no
Give her the
way, dude.
phone.
You
Give her
catch.
the
You
phone.
catch. You catch. So, like, are you completely out of the closet, or are you just like flirting with it? Just be honest,
Bro.
Dude, the latent homosexuality
okay.
oozing out of you, the way you think about it and the way you constantly call in.
Here we
and
go. So
you-
I'm a Dem now. Am I a Dem? Am
I don't
on
think
the
you're a
left
Dem.
now?
No, I
Am
don't think
on
you're a
the
Dem.
left?
No, I think you're gay.
Am I on the Dem?
I think
Dem?
you're gay.
How can you be a Dem if
Oh,
you're
geez.
if
Come on,
you're an
keep,
anarchist?
come
That
on,
makes no
keep,
sense.
keep going. Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Dude, give a favor.
Come on. What else?
Can
what
you
else?
stomp?
What else am
Can
I?
you
Come on.
stomp your feet
What
real
else
quick
don't I
and hold
have?
your breath
Come on,
for
what else
15
don't-
minutes? All right, we're gonna
What else?
you're gonna go away now. Well, bye bye. This was fun. Now,
Yeah, pretty
This
much.
is
Okay.
intellectually stimulating. So
Olivia comes in. She goes, "Pastor could be watching." I'm like, "He'll forgive me." Just hey, let's end it with this, folks. 2:38:48. We are still down. We got to go. I got to get Leeroy out here. We're at 21:18. That's fun. Listen, I enjoy trolls. I just wish this guy would have a conversation. And listen, we heard what you said about the Jews. You hate Jews. You don't like them. You talked about 9/11. You talked about the JFK assassination. You blame them that the Holocaust is fake. You say that the U.S. has. We heard all the things you said. You're a little Nick Fuentes follower, and we've already dealt with them. Nick's too low time for us now, man. We're good. We know he's going all mainstream. By the way, talk about stepping in dog shit on Tucker. He loves Stalin. Oh, God, that's just...
the one dictator who's probably killed more people, probably 3 times that of Hitler. And that's the guy that he loves. Nice.
Well, he says Hitler's cool. Mom, you need to come to the basement. Matt wants to talk to you. Well, that's what I'm saying. He lives with his parents. I'm pretty sure. He called me from a non-cloaked number. I'll know everything about this guy in about 5 minutes after the show, which is cool. He sounds harmless.
Do you ever see this is kind of a funny, this is what Matt and I do. So just bear with it, folks. Matt, did you ever see the movie The Score?
Yeah. It's
And
one of my favorite movies of all time.
There was that one hacker dude who lived in his mom's basement.
Mom, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
on the phone, bitch.
That's right.
That's exactly what that guy is like.
Listen,
That's exactly what that dude is like.
I think he needs a hug. You know what I mean? I think he needs a father figure. It sounds like, listen, I'm not doing an FBI profile here, but it sounds like he has some abandonment issues. Sounds like his father abandoned him, and he's taking and projecting that out on me. And that's okay. I mean, I can be here.
His way.
Just trying to make
He'll
his way
learn things as he goes.
by never having a slave and a master. And listen, if you want to be an anarchist capitalist, there's a lot of other worse things you could be. We're kind of anti-government, but we understand that the government is good for certain things as long as it's limited roles. I mean, listen, whatever, you can believe whatever you want. I think you don't like Jews because people told you not to like Jews, and you can't explain why you don't like Jews. That's why you say you hate the Israeli government, which is really what anti-Semites say when they don't want to say the words, I hate Jews. I think everyone knows that. WR332 donated $5 to Super Chat. Humor is like food. Not everyone gets it. Stalin.
That's funny. That's funny.
I love this guy. He gives us money and he cracks jokes. Here is Dinesh D'Souza. Watch, we're going to go after a Republican now. See? Easy. You're just pissed balls that I outed your account, and every time I know who you are. It shows you how unoriginal you are, and I can't even tell you how I know. I don't want to out you, but I guess I will. It's your monosyllabic vocabulary. There's like Elden trolls from Midkemia and Lord of the Rings, and you're somewhere in between in their overall language selection. You've got like 80 words in your vocabulary. You just proved it. So I know your pantomimes now. I know how you write. And when you come in and you use the same stupid punctuation and use the same words regurgitated ad nauseum, I can identify you now because that's what I did for a living.
It's a pattern. Yeah. And we're really good at picking up on patterns.
We're really good at it.
I'll say this for Dinesh D'Souza, as well as anybody else, right? When I'm dealing with like the far left, I disagree with them on the basis of basic philosophy, basic overall arching principles. I agree with Dinesh D'Souza on a lot of things. I agree with him on a lot of things. Where I tend to disagree with him in is all those fine-tooth details. The things where he likes to bring up that are just complete fabrications or things that may not, in fact, be intellectually sound. But I agree with him overarchingly.
Here's the thing, though. Like, he's going to go after Candace Owens here, and I'm going to call him out. See, I don't believe in the old adage that the enemy, that the friend
of my enemy
is no.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, I don't believe in that crap.
Yeah,
my enemy is always my enemy. So I like Dinesh D'Souza. I do, but this is full of hypocrisy. Okay, I want you to listen to this.
Yeah.
I want Balls to call in. I know you're listening. I want you to call in. I want you to have a real conversation with me. That whole game that you just did, I can do that all day, and I'll always win because I'm obnoxious, and I'm faster than you. Mentally, I'm just faster than you, and that's not me knocking you. I'm just good. It's like going up to a stage comic and sitting here and want to get in an insult game. You're gonna get scorched. I've been doing this way too long for you to come in here and think you're gonna go ahead and over talk me. It's just not gonna happen. And my insults are faster and snappier. But if you want to have an intellectual conversation, you actually want to like get to know each other, and that would be so much better for me. But if you just want to have dick and fart jokes, you're gonna get trounced. All right, here's Dinesh D'Souza, folks. We are $60 down. $60 down. 60. We would love to hit it. Here is the video. Watch this.
Tucker doesn't even purport to be knowledgeable about anything. So as a result, what Tucker says is, I will develop a ventriloquist style. I have strong opinions, but I don't want to defend any of them. So I will set up a structure in which I bring in sources, often rather dubious sources, people you've never heard of. You know, the nun with the mustache, some disgraced academic. And what I'll do is I will ask sort of leading questions in which is embedded an answer, my answer, but it framed as a question. You then will blurt out the obvious implications of the question.
Hey, Liv, WR332, did we miss a donation? Please let me know. I'm sorry if we did.
Giving me the answer I expected, but I will pretend to be thunderstruck by it. It's an epiphany. It's a new revelation. People have been suppressing this kind of thinking for decades. So this is a shtick. It's a different shtick than Candace. Candace's shtick is the Candace Intelligence Agency. I'm like the world's greatest detective. You know, I'm the Pink Panther of my time. I'm deputizing all my viewers also to be detectives. Feed me information. We're going to crack the case. So to me, this is like an intellectual embarrassment because all my life I've been an iconoclast. I will take on ideas and I will try to dismantle them, but not in this way. My ideas are things like this. The Dixiecrats all became Republicans. And my strategy of challenging that is I go make an inventory of the 200 Dixiecrats. I put them up on a movie screen and I say, all right, I'm now going to show you through a movement of the mouse which of these 200 Dixiecrats became Republicans. Answer 2. So did the Dixiecrats as a group become Republicans? No. There's the empirical evidence right there on the screen. You can check it out, for yourself. So when I see this almost parody of investigation, parody of scholarship, it's very unnerving.
Okay. Everything he just said.
Tucker doesn't even...
Everything he just said I like. Nothing wrong with it. There's a few things that... There's a few things that I'm kind of... It's so weird seeing you next match. There's a few things that I struggle with, but nothing at all really well. But here's my problem. Yes, Fuentes said he was a fan of Stalin. Dinesh D'Souza supposedly had the Holy Grail,
right?
The crib key, the Enigma code breaker, the Rosetta Stone, the whatever else you want to use as a euphemism as a key. The Pharaoh's turnstile, whatever it is. And with 2,000 mules, said that he had the key to the stolen election. And you could find out all of this information for the low, low price of $29.99. And he put it behind a paywall. I want you to look at the stories that we've broke. I want you to look at the analysis we've done. I want you to look at the stories and the political shows and everything else we've done, from election nights to the Tennessee bomber, to the Ukraine, to the Baltimore Bridge collapse, to anything else that we've covered. Charlie Kirk, the Donald Trump assassination attempts. We have covered hundreds of stories, and we have broken information, including when Kash Patel and Dan Bongino were going to Arizona, how the U.S. Marshals had someone in custody, and we broke that to you the night before. All of these things, we have never put it behind a paywall. In fact, we've held on stories out of respect for the President of the United States or people who work closely in the administration that we have garnered information from, and held on things in order to ensure that it was their story to tell. Dinesh D'Souza has some balls to call out Candace Owens and Tucker for putting things behind paywalls when he did the same thing. And he grifts a little bit too. Right. Now, not in a criminal sense, but if you stick it behind a paywall, I would much rather see someone of his stature release it and then gain 10,000 fans watching his live show because he becomes a credible source. And that's where our growth has come. Maybe not as fast as Dinesh D'Souza or Candace or Tucker, but at least credibility is where we can put our hat on and say, we don't bullshit you, we don't lie to you, we don't put stuff behind paywalls, and we never will. Go ahead.
I just got done saying this. I like Dinesh D'Souza. Now, I say that to say that my biggest disagreements with him come in the form of those real fine tooth details, right? To Matt's point, for him to have released 2,000 Mules or whatever the name of that show was, right? And then sit here and make the claim that he has gone through certain things using empirical evidence, using absolute forensic detailed data in order to come to a conclusion, when I felt like 2,000 Mules didn't address that at all. He pointed out some discrepancies, but he couldn't definitively say whether or not the votes that were cast were in fact for Joe Biden, or were they for Donald Trump? We don't know. He didn't know. And had he prefaced his entire show with that, I would have been a lot more likely to give the guy some intellectual credit. But he didn't, and he made it sound like he wrapped the entire program in this wrapper of the election was stolen, and here's how they did it. Okay, but that's a headline. That's a soundbite that you are now selling, right? In order to Matt's point, put it behind a paywall, and people think that they're getting actual hardcore prosecutable data that's not there.
Yeah.
So for him to say that that's his problem with Tucker, or that's his problem with Candace, is that they lack some level of intellectual examination, when that's exactly what he did with 2,000 Mules. I find that to be just a smidge hypocritic. Now, that being said, I still like the guy. I love his principles, and I do love the fact that he is ultra critical and that he is right leaning. I love that. I just wish he had gone about it a different way.
Yeah, and listen, I'm all about somebody making money. Like, some people don't agree with selling T-shirts and would say, oh, Matt sells T-shirts, you know? So I'm fine with that. You can be critical. Just don't go ahead and be a hypocrite, right? There's a difference. So when Dinesh goes, oh, well, Candace Owens and Tucker does this, I'm like, well, you do the same thing, bro. So
exactly.
It's kind of like David Isaac, is that his name? David Harris. David Harris is, dude, everything's a commercial. Everything's about his clothing line. It's all about money. And I'll be honest with you, Charlie Kirk was the same way. You may not like to hear that, but Charlie Kirk was all about money. And anyone can sit there and say, no, he wasn't. Yes, he was, because I've done advertising with Charlie Kirk's show. And it was never done out of kindness. It's always about money. And that's fine. You got to make a living. But it would be like Charlie Kirk coming up and going, oh, Alex Jones and all of his money making on his advertising. It's like, wait a second, dude, you do the same thing. So
yeah, exactly.
So just don't be a hypocrite. At least Charlie Kirk was a businessman, and he was a ruthless businessman. He was excellent at what he did, and he had every right to do it. But you never heard him went ahead and criticize other people for making a buck. Crowder's the same way. Crowder doesn't go ahead and go, oh,
Yeah.
you guys sell coffee and coffee mugs. How dare you? And when he has the mug club, you know what I mean? Leeroy, take us out of here. We didn't hit goal. And honestly,
No.
I'd rather hit it tomorrow, to be honest with you, because tomorrow's an important day for us. But we didn't hit it. It's a little disappointing, but that's okay. We're going to be fine. You get to take us out of here, and we'll just restart the you've hit goal so many days in a row clock.
This is a fun show, and it'd been a little bit since I'd been on. Last Thursday, I couldn't make it, unfortunately. So this is a 1 week marker. Sucks when that happens, but it does. And a lot of it is just because I'm being pulled in about 9 different directions. What did we cover, though? My biggest takeaway that I wanted everyone to realize from the show was that literally Democrats are holding SNAP recipients hostage in order to make sure that the tax credits through the ACA continue to be funded so that they can then turn around and give that money back to healthcare insurance companies. Once you realize the atrocity that is, right, that they are literally everything that they're blaming Trump for by way of saying, look, he's taking care only of his billionaire friends, when that is quite literally exactly what they are doing, right? I want every Democrat, every liberal to understand that. And for the people that are right-leaning, conservative Republicans that watch the show, please soak in what I just said and make sure that when you go onto social media tomorrow, that you comment with that you go ahead and give that information away. And by all means, everyone watching the show should call Chuck Schumer's personal Washington, D.C. line and ask him how he is going to take care of the people of the United States rather than the rich billionaire insurance companies, and what he's going to do to get the country back open.
Yeah.
That's my 1 minute.
Democrats taking advantage of people who are poor. This isn't anything new. This is who they are. And when someone tells you who they are, believe them. It's pretty much simple. We all can't be anarchist capitalists. Maybe one of these days. Or trans-indigenous. That's right, Gregory. That's true. Trans-indigenous,
that guy
too.
was great.
I can't wait to repost that video. Folks, thanks for watching. This is one of those nights where we just say thank you for giving what you can. We know it's tight right now. We know it's hard. And honestly, $238.48 is good enough for me. It pays for the internet, and we get a good cup of coffee afterwards. So we say thank you guys and appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big night for us. Please show up tomorrow. Please be here. Hopefully we won't have a glitch in the middle of the show, which really breaks momentum. That just sucks. See you guys tomorrow. Watch Leeroy. I love you, buddy. Thanks for being on. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Be good.
Good night, everybody.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leeroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.